In this video, we will be showing the basic commands used in AutoCAD software. So first and foremost, we have opened the AutoCAD software. In that, we need to set the units as well as limits in order to draw the lines or commands. So first and foremost, using the unit command, we need to set the units to a specified decimals as well as units. So in order to type the units, there is a shortcut command UN. In order to pass the command, we need to press enter. So I have typed UN, passing the command enter. So we get a dialog box showing drawing units. In that we'll be having length as well as angle. So we are mainly interested in the angle part, the length part. So in the length part we'll be getting a decimal, architecture, engineering, fractional as well as scientific. In that we will be choosing decimal 1. Precision is always fixed to 0.00. And then insertion scale is nothing but the inches, feet, at what scale you are drawing. So for example, in this we are taking in meters. And click on OK. After setting the units, next step is to set the limits. So in order to type the limits, we need to type it LIMITS. So you get a box there showing limits. So in order to pass the command, press enter. So after specifying the limits, it's showing the specify lower left corner. You can see on the screen it's showing 20.04 and 8.88. So your lower left corner should be at the initial point, that is 0, 0. So in order to do that, I need to press 0, 0, and passing the command I need to press enter or space. So next is specify the upper right corner. I will specify the maximum length. So for this example we are taking 100, 100. Passing the command enter. So after setting up the limits, you need to press Z enter and A enter in order to zoom all the Windows screen which is available on the CAD software. So for that I need to press Z is for zoom. You can see in the brackets that's the spell of zoom, and shortcut is Z. Z enter. A is for all. So now it's fixed. You can see this X and Y axis is moving throughout the window. In order to fix X and Y axis, it's a 2D drawing, so we are getting only two axes. One is X and the other one is Y. So go to the view command, click on UCS icon in order to fix the X and Y axis. Now if I zoom in and zoom out while scrolling down, you can observe that X and Y axis are fixed at some point. Later on, go to the home toolbox. From there you get a line command, polyline, circle, arc. Likewise you have rectangle, and this is the center, this is hatching, and this is move command, rotate, trim option, copy, mirror, chamfer. This is stretch, scale. This is array command, and this is offset command. So initially in this video we will be showing the shortcut commands or the toolboxes and how to draw it using a very short method. In order to type the command or searching the drawing tools, so in this video we are sharing the shortcut commands. So for example, if we need to draw a line or any object, means we need to select the line command. So for that you need to spell it LINE. In that the shortcut is L. So choosing the line command, I get a specify the first point. It's showing specify the first point. I can specify any one point throughout this window. So I for example I can take this point as my first point. Now I can rotate my axis or the cursor in all the direction, that is 360 degree direction. So a line should be a straight line, that is it should be at 0 degree. So in order to make it 0, I need to click on ortho mode. So ortho mode, you can see here a right angle one. You can see there ortho mode in brackets it's written F8. So that's the shortcut command. I'll press F8 in order to make it as a easier way. So once clicking the ortho mode, I can just check it. my cursor is moving only in two directions. I can't move in all the 360-degree directions. Only it's moving in 0, 90, and again 180, and again 90, and this is 0 degree. So line command, I'll specify the distance. It's showing 103.48, that is in meters. So I'll specify some distance. For example, 20. I'll type it. 20, that is 20 meter. Now coming out of the command, I need to press escape. You can see that this is 20 meters line. Now for this line I need to take a offset. So offset is, this is your offset command. So instead of choosing the toolboxes which are there here, we can use a shortcut command, that is O enter. O is for offset, that's a shortcut. You can see on the screen it's showing O, and passing the command I need to press enter. Now specify the offset distance it's showing. So for example, I'll specify 5 and pass it by pressing enter or space. So once I'm passing the command, it's showing that select the object to offset. I need to select which object needs to be offsetted. So for example, if this is the object which is highlighted in white line, I need to click on that line so that 5 meters is offsetted towards upwards or downwards. So if I move my mouse or my cursor up in upper direction, my offset will be in upper direction. Just in case if I move my mouse in my lower direction, the offset is also will be in your lower direction. So for example, we are taking in upper direction in this case, offset is 5 meter. So again, if I have to repeat the same thing, I'll have to select the object and then offset. So similar way, if I want a sequence of 5 meters distance, I need to press on the line. You can see a small rectangle box that shows that it's showing that command is activated. Now you need to use the next command is, after offset you have the move command, or for example I'll take a line command. In order to come out of the command, I'll press escape. I'll type line command. So line command, the shortcut is L enter. You can see there in the brackets it's a full form, L is your shortcut, L enter. So I'll just draw a line in any fashion. Okay, now the line command is done, and then circle command. So the circle command, if I have to use a circle command, I'll press C enter. You can see there in the system itself it's showing C as your shortcut key. So in order to pass the command, I need to press enter. So now specify the point of the circle. I'll specify any one point on the screen, and it's showing 3.57 is the radius. For example, I'll take 5 meter, that's your radius. I'll press enter in order to pass the command. So this is your circle radius. So this is your circle command. Next is your arc command, that is 3 point. You will have a series of sections, 3 point arc, start, center, end point. So likewise you have a series of sections. So for example, we are taking a 3 point arc. So for that a shortcut command is ARC. So arc command, I'll click on that by passing enter. Now specify the start point on the arc. I'll specify some start point. Now you can see this arc is always in some degree or angle, like it is a bent one, it is a curved path. So my axis is moving only in X and Y direction because I have chosen the ortho mode. So in order to off the ortho mode, I have to click on F8. So I'll choose the arc option. So now choosing the arc command, I have to off the ortho mode. F8. So you can see my cursor is moving in all the directions. So 3-point arc we have taken, where we need to choose 3 points. So first point is this, is the base point. Specify the second point of the arc, which is showing. So I will show the second point, and then this is your mid of the arc, okay, and the last point, it's a end point. So if you want to specify the distance, it's showing 23.5. For example, I'll show around 30, and then pass enter. So this is the distance between the midpoint of the arc to the end point. Likewise, if you want the starting point to the midpoint, you need to specify the distances. So after selecting the arc point, the command is arc point is over. Next one is rectangle. So in order to type a rectangle, you need to press the command rec. That is your shortcut command for the rectangle one. Now pass the command by pressing enter. Specify the first corner. I'll specify any one corner of the window. Now this is your rectangle, but you can't specify length into breadth. You can specify just a box in the form of rectangle shape. So this is your rectangle form, rectangle command. And now we'll move on to move option. So move option is nothing but it's an option which needs to move an object from one place to another. For example, if I take this circle as an object, I'll use this command move by using a shortcut command M enter. M is for shortcut. You can see here in the brackets it's written MOV is your full form, M is your shortcut command. I'll press M enter. Now I need to select the objects. I need to specify the first point. Now I'll move in any distance. Like for example, if I want any particular distance, I need to mention the distance in that. For example, it's showing 17.28, 16.00. That's the distance from the midpoint of the circle. So if I mention 20 meters, 20, then pass enter. So it is moving from the center of the circle at about 20 meters. So later on, next option. Likewise, if I have to choose for this also, I need to select the objects, and then I need to click M enter, and now specify the base point. I need to move it. So this is your move command. After move, next is your rotate option. So rotate option is nothing but you need to rotate the object in any right angle way. So for example, first select the object, type rotate, that is RO is your shortcut command, pass the command, click on the specified point, and now I can rotate. So for example, this object is in Y direction, Y axis. I want the object in X axis, so I'll make it into X axis. So since my ortho mode was not on, it's in different fashion or different direction. So next is your trim command. So you can see this as your trim command. Shortcut is TR enter. Double enter is your trim command. TR double enter. Now if I have to delete all these lines or these excess lines, you can see a red mark. When I am placing on the line, it's showing a small red square. Along with that, at the top right corner, it's an into mark. Now I need to select the lines which is not necessary. So for example, this is your unnecessary lines. For that instance, I am deleting all the unwanted lines. So this is your trim command. In this way we can delete the lines which is not necessary. Next one is your copy option. Again you need to select the object. Copy is your shortcut is CO, pass the command enter. Now specify the base point. You can copy it n number of times. So when I am zooming out, I can see the whole screen window. I can copy it n number of times and then place it in different fashion. Coming out of the command, I need to press escape. You can see this command cancel. So coming out of the command shows that I am pressing escape. Next is your mirror option. Mirror option is your replica of the first image. Select the object. MI is your shortcut. Pass the command. Specify the first point and click the point. Press space. That's your mirror options. Since my ortho mode is off, ortho mode is on. Ortho mode is on. So select the object. MI enter, and then specify the base point. So again press the space, mi, enter. So this is your mirror option. So I'll repeat the command for a mirror. Select the object, mi, enter, specify the first point it's asking, I'll specify, and then this is a mirror option which I'm moving in same y axis direction. Okay, this is your mirror option. Next is your scale option. In order to reduce the scale, I need to select the object. Scale shortcut is SC, enter, specify the base point. You can just reduce it or increase it. Okay, so select the scale factor it's asking. So for example, if I select 5 and then enter, so my scale factor is doubled. So now this is my scale factor option. So next is my text command. In order to type the text, I need to use the text command. So for example, caps M and T is the shortcut for text command. Pressing enter in order to pass the command. So specify the first point. I'll click on the window. So this shows the text command. Empty, enter, specify the first point. So in order to type, I'll type on this topic itself, computer aided building planning and drawing. So this is the topic name and press enter. So this is my text command which is shown here when I am zooming it. So in order to increase the scale, I'll select the object, press SC, that is to increase the scale. I'll take around 5 and then pass enter. Now I can increase my scale. So now it's increased to some dimensions. So next I need to check the dimensions of the given lines. In order to check the dimensions, I'll click on dimension linear, that is shortcut is DLI. DLI, passing the command, I'll click on the first extension and the second extension so that I'll get the dimensions of the line. So this is not visible for me. In order to make it visible, like for example when I zoom in out, I can see this computer aided building and planning. Likewise I need to see this dimensions as well, but in this case that's not possible. So we need to change the dimension style. In order to do that, I need to click on D enter, that is your dimension style, enter, and then seeing the modify, you can see this a series of commands there. In that I need to modify the dimensions. So you have line command, arrows and symbols, text, fit. So for example we have the problem with the text command, so I need to increase the text height. So text height is 0.15, 0.15, or I'll make it as 1.8 and then OK. Set current, close. D enter, modify. Arrow sizes also, if I need to change it, I need to change it here itself. Arrow size 0.18 it's showing here, so make it 1.2. for 3. Okay, set current, close. When I'm zooming out, you can see my arrow size is increased. I'll increase a bit more. The shortcut is select the object or the lines or the arrows, click on properties. So you have general, lines and symbols, and next is text. So coming to the lines and symbols, we have arrow size 1.3, which I have given previously. Now I'll make it as 2.7. Now click, you can see the changes. 5.5, you can see the changes. Let's keep on increasing. If I change it as 7.9, you can see the arrow size is increasing. Okay, this is the case. So now my arrow size is increased. Again, I have to change the text height. Text height, I'll make it as 4. No, I'll make it as 3.3. Okay, set current, close. So you can see the changes which we have done for the text height as well as arrow head size. This is by using the dimension style command. Next, hatching command, shortcut is H, enter. So I need to pick some points which needs to be hatched. We have a series of patterns which is shown here. Patterns, you can see there, solid, and then patterns which secure, use current, color. This is the type of color which have been used. And then hatch pattern, you can have a series of pattern given by this. So solid is nothing but it's your white pattern on black window. Likewise, you have different sections. This is for wall. So for example, if I choose this, I will click on this. I will click on the object which needs to be hatched. And now space. Okay, you can see that I have chosen a lines and a dotted lines, but here it's been a full solid way. So in order to change the scale, I need to click on that. We have a blue circle at the mid of the hatching point. Just place the cursor on top of it, so the color of the circle changes to red in color. You can see the changes. Previously it was blue. When I keep it, it changes to red in color. Now I'll go to hatch scale. If I move my cursor towards the center point, my spacing decreases. If I move away from the cursor point, my spacing increases. So this is your hatching command. Okay, so this is all up to the basic commands of the AutoCAD. Thank you.